Welcome, one and all, to another edition of SoulSym Showcase. This is Aspects and Envoys, Episode 5. I am your host and Game Master SoulSym Mirak, and this evening we are joined by our illustrious party containing Zevril,
Darkness consumes you all.
Wondox,
Wow, I found a gamer girl.
Mojo, um, Big Rhastra,
What's up?
Vyrtuos,
That's his eye.
and last but most assuredly not least, Krin.
Oh,
That definitely sound like his phone and not him.
um, we are back with episode 5 of Aspects and Envoys, as I said earlier. And would anyone like to recap, or should I just go ahead and regale people?
allow me, boys and girls, to take you on an exciting adventure of epic proportions, of some would say. So imagine this: our heroes, after figuring out where the base of the enemy was like, hey, we gotta go deal with them. After our friend, played by Krin, went up into the air, the Dragonborn looked at him and was like, oh, they headed at us. We gotta do something about that. So he came down and looked at everyone like, hey yo, it's going down. And they were like, hey yo, for real. So Zevril was like, hey yo, you wanna handle that? And you were like, I guess. So Zevril gave him a bow. And it was like, hey yo, get up there, shoot it, hold on to your booty cheeks. So he shoots the bow, and a big fuck off laser goes off right now and kills a lot of people. So much so that the force of the impact of the bow pushes him very far away. And we're all like, what the fuck? So then after he comes down, our favorite hobgoblin explains that was what we like to call a plasma bow, of very powerful proportions. And they were like, okay, let's go deal with the enemy. Now, Wondox, being a little bit of a coward he was like, hey, yo, can we just talk to them? And they were like, nah, dog, the time for talking is over. Action. Boom, bing, bang. We get into the mix. Now, our favorite hobgoblin had found out that he had a secondary bow. And he pulled that thing out. And he was like, hey, yo, bad boys for life. And the Dragonborn was like, bad boys for life. So they went shoulder to shoulder and both shot off these big F off lasers, which literally destroyed everything in front of them, including the city, the creatures who were trying to fight us, and some maybe civilians. We don't know. We didn't see their bodies. Don't worry about it. So then, after the lasers went through most of the city, it hit the tower. Now, we don't know what the tower is at first. We were just told, hey, go to that tower and reclaim it for yours. So we're like, hey, yo, let's go to hit that tower. So it hits the tower. And then a magical force field of epic proportions bounces the two laser beams off it like kaboom. Parry. So now the laser beams are headed back toward the two guys who shot them off. And it basically just kills them. Or eviscerates them if you want the more proper terminology of how we say these words. So then after they got eviscerated, God was like, hey, yo, dog, y'all gotta calm the fuck down. You're going too hard in the paint. You're going 120 when I told you to go 60. Going too fast. So anyway, and then the hog guy was like, hey, yo, I know I'm going too fast, but I'm just trying to see my boo thing. You know what I mean? So can I see my boo thing? And guy was like, I bet. So Hobbo Gobbo went to go see his goddess and was like all poosed up with her and whatnot. But then guy was like, all right, Joe, there we go. We're going to take a second take at this. So he reincarnates them with a flick of his finger. Somehow Wondox got put there too. Well, whatever. We ain't worried about that. But then as we were put back in front of it, some other dragons were like, hey, yo, what the fuck, dog? You destroyed our city. So they came down and they were like, hey, yo, we want to scrap. So after that, we started scrapping with the dragons. Now the dragons like, oh yeah, we better get in it. We dragons, dog. These humanoids, these creatures. We ain't worried about them like that, bro. We gonna get in there. We gonna scrap. Anyway, after that false bad decision happened, we proceeded to murder Dragon 1, which was like, I guess the son or daughter.
Mm-hmm.
She got murked. Daddy was like, oh no, that was my child. I'm about to come wreck you. And Wondox, being his little pacifist bitch self, was like, hey yo, dog, can we just call it a standstill and not worry about it? But the Dragon Pride came through and was like, nah, dog, run them hands. So he wants at Wondox, which preceded all his homies like, hey, yo, dog, you're not about to swing at our homie like that. And they all proceeded to jump him with reactionary skills, which did...
No.
was taken
Okay, cool.
out, just within a bunch of reactions.
Mm-hmm.
Then after that, our favorite Hobgoblin was like, hey, yo, dog, I think we need to call this a day. Ran under the dragon and shot off the big fuck off laser beam bow and arrow, killed the dragon in one shot. And before the dragon could be like, I'm about to use my second form, he died. And thus ending the battle.
And the session. It was very nicely done. Very nicely done. Wondox, take inspiration, please.
Hell yeah, brothers.
So yes, Wondox actually did a very solid recap. Didn't leave out any details. Very
Round
impressive.
of applause.
Yes, very much so.
Name a detail.
It was entertaining. I appreciated it. Um, so yes, mistakes were like attacks were launched, mistakes were made, lives were restored, and then houses were fucked on. Indabur is
Dead.
currently encased in uh, a block of ice, um, a stasis similar to the fate that he dealt to the many citizens of Jolzima and Zematide, as well as aspects of Scent. Uh, while the rest of the party is taking stock,
You are echoing.
um, while the rest of the party is taking stock of the battlefield, Wondox slipped away and did a little bit of exploration. He was gone for about 35, 40 minutes. And so with that time marker on the board, I would like to have everyone roll out of combat initiative so that we may go through the after action conduct of the party.
25.
That's for Krin.
Yes.
Since I'm not there, should
You
I
shall
not
hold
roll
your...
yet?
Yeah, don't roll yet. Not just yet. Okay. So, top of the initiative. Interesting. It's got Mojo's face with Wondox's name. So, Mojo, you rolled a 26, yes? Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. That's right. Wondox was rolling for Mojo because Mojo is still in transit. So, um, yeah, top of the initiative would be Mojo. You would have the first action after dispatching Indabur and meeting Big Rhastra.
I think process of elimination, first things first, after kind of realizing that how many, like, that this place just kind of got fucked on. He's going to do what we talked about earlier.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then, I think then he notices Big Rhastra, and he's just like, oh, great, the guilt's here.
Ha! um, that's actually a good idea. So, uh, Big Rhastra, high or low me, like call high or low and then roll me a percentile, because I want to see something.
Also, I would like to point out I got a 29.
Oh, Zevril, you got 29?
I put it in the chat and tagged you, but you didn't see it, I guess.
Oh, okay, yeah, because roll 20 shows me you got a 22. That's why. My apologies. Okay, gotcha. Tracking. So once I get this check from Rhastra,
Just fine. You can put me at the bottom.
No, this is just a piece of information for Rhastra, potentially. So I just need to know the result, and then we'll go to your turn. Did you roll? I think he may have stepped away. Okay, at which point I'll wait for him to come back. So yeah, Zevril, what is your course of action in this moment?
Me and Matthew are just walking around looting things. Okay. If I see something that is after I have Matthew eat the corpses of Indabur, just gonna pretty much, if I see something. Oh, and the other corpses, I guess, because there was 6 others, if I remember correctly. These the other dragons over here.
Have the
One by name.
Yeah, that heart. If the heart chain icon shows individuals that are tethered to you.
The what?
In the top right corner of each of the tokens, there's a heart icon with chains around it. That is.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, that's the marker for your thralls.
I'm just gonna eat them all.
You're risen. Okay, cool. So you've gathered up your corpses. They are within Matthew. You guys notice You are in the front yard, I guess you would say, of an extremely ornate, large keep, for lack of a better word. And the party is just to the to the right of the primary entrance, but there is a secondary entrance into the facility directly in front of you. There are actually 3 entrances on the front of the building, but they enter into different sections. And where you walk, Zevril, if that's where you were wanting to walk, which is acceptable, you would feel a level of warmth as soon as you walk through the doors and recognize that this place is a forge. It is a production facility, and there is a there's a warmth that kind of embraces you as soon as you walk through the threshold of this room, and you feel like you feel a heavy hand on your shoulder that is partially like you feel 2 fingers on your shoulder, a palm on your back, and a thumb on the nape of your neck. Right, that's the sensation that you feel, and it's 4 solid pats on your shoulder. If you look to your right, in this area here, you see the most ornate forge you have ever laid eyes on, and it has a crucible trough for draining slag out the side, and it has quenching tanks lining the southern wall. The forge itself has has bellows that reach up easily 70 feet and are just the most intricately engraved fine metal you've ever seen. Like the material. Give me actually an intelligence check, please.
Nine, but I'm gonna use a luck point.
Mhm.
And I have to take the higher one, so 9 still.
Okay.
Oh, hold on, it only rolled once. Hold on. The higher one's a 7. Fucking A. I rolled 2 7s back to back.
Damn.
So
Okay.
yeah, there's your 9.
I guess I was following. Sorry, I guess I was following him. Can I use my dwarven knowledge?
If you were to follow Zevril, you can add you can aid him if you
Yeah, I'll aid him.
like, yeah. So go ahead and roll your skill check. You need to beat a 15 in order to aid. Zevril.
Nope. It's an 11 this time.
If,
Oh, you meant him roll?
Yeah, him roll.
Oh,
That's
fair.
an 11.
Zevril, you have investigation, yes? Is this
Yeah, Passive investigation's a 26.
Okay, so I want to say I mentioned this before, but if ever I say an intelligence check, you can use your investigation for that.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll use that 26 then.
Okay.
It was not anything. He got it.
Yes, with the assist, and actually, honestly, I should just stop having you roll for things that require investigation because your passive is going to give you the information that you need.
I'm like, the only thing you should
Yeah.
make me roll for is insight, because that's a 15. My
Yeah.
perception and my investigation are both over 20.
These
My perception is 23.
these bellows, these exhaust vents, these ports, they are made of stegoward, which is a anti-magic metal, and engraved, or rather, the engraving. It's engraved stegoward, and the engraving is inlaid with Zayat. What you know about these two metals, they should not be allowed to be that close to each other. Just physically, it shouldn't be possible because Zayat is inherently magical and Stegoward has anti-magic properties. So this forge strikes you as supremely special.
Yeah, they're doing the blacksmith equivalent of dividing by 0.
Yeah. So this area is the walls are covered with various weapons and all the equipment that you would need: tongs, different hammers. The anvil is a
I'm losing you. I don't know if it's me or you.
sorry. An anvil, like the anvil near the forge, is made of a material that you've only ever read about, known as Typhionite. And Typhionite, if your research is accurate, is a fourth dimensional material. And has phasing properties. So, everything about this forge is making Zevril just question reality, given everything that you've ever studied about making shit. And the materials here are like, you're Frankie and you just walked into Vegapunk's lab. If that One Piece reference makes sense to you.
Nope.
Okay.
But I do
It
get
did for
I
me.
get what you're trying to say. Yeah, I'm just gonna sit down and get to work.
Cool. Krin, you notice that Zevril is just kind of like, as soon as he walked into this room, as soon as y'all walked into this room, he has zoned the fuck out. Like it's almost like he's not even in the same room with you, even though you're in the same room as him. Right?
Okay. Yeah. So, sorry, go ahead.
But yeah, that's so you notice the same things that he noticed, but another thing sticks out to you, being from your military background. There is a watchtower, a battlement, there's a watchtower as the north wall to this area. and there's an open space between where the forge is, where the weapons on the walls were, and where this watchtower is, and it's kind of inundated with different footprints, as if individuals were sparring in this area or practicing in this area for some reason. Excuse me. And the east wall of this watchtower is laid into the side of the mountain that the forge juts out from. If you were to look out of this opening, it's a solid 40-foot drop down towards the rest of the city that should be there, but is just kind of
Not
flat
there
and
anymore.
debris. Right. Yeah, that's what you see inside of this room.
If Zevril is not looking, I want or is off with his own little world while building stuff, I'm gonna take my armor off and just look at how damaged it is and see, because right now I'm probably wearing the same shirt I was wearing from the ambush and just see how much, see all of the,
Okay. So you doff
see
your armor.
all of that.
And since stepping off the boat, you're actually the only person to have taken direct damage, I believe. Since the assault on Indabur's stronghold began, or Indabur's brood began. And the damage it's serious but not unworkable. You figure if you spend the next few hours repairing it, you can get it back to functional, like to peak durability before the day is over.
And the shirt I'm wearing right now has the scars from the ambush held. I don't typically like to look at it because it brings back what happened that day.
Mm-hmm.
So I immediately ignore what the damage that has on it to work on my.
Okay. Rhastra, what was that percentile roll in higher low?
Oh, I said lower.
Lower? And what'd you roll? Oh, this. Okay, got you. Wait.
But yeah, I didn't roll. I wasn't at my computer at that time.
Okay.
I got back a while ago.
Okay, so yeah,
But
just
I'm here
roll
now.
me a D100 real quick.
Right, trying to open it back up. There we go.
You can. Boom, boom, boom. Okay.
I got it.
I got you. So, all right. So, Mojo, you recognize, Rhastra, but Rhastra has no idea who you are. So you know his armor, you know his company, but he's not familiar with you. So you can do with that information what you will. But yeah, Rhastra does not immediately respond to your presence with any kind of reaction that would indicate that he knows you, right, or that he's here for you.
Right. I think with that information, I kind of give him the old up and down. Be like, cool, he doesn't recognize me, and I'm gonna play oblivious.
Okay. So that being said, Rhastra, what are you going to do? Because your first action was to roar at individuals after being released from your stasis, and the individuals you roared at,
Absolutely nothing.
yeah, they've looked at you. Two of them walked inside. Another one stared you up and down, shrugged, and just went about his business. And a third just completely walked away as if you weren't even there. How you feeling about that? What you gonna do?
Ross has definitely gotten hurt by that, but he himself is still kind of confused. He'd be contemplating life at that point. You know, something roars. You know, you don't just act like you didn't hear it. So his ego has taken a shot. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so he's gonna start itching at his skin. You know, he's feeling a certain type of way, and he's gonna attempt to talk to whoever's closest to kind of get information of where he is and what happened.
Okay. So the closest person to you is a Maelsi Genasi. Um, and he's about 10 feet away from you. And something about him. Actually, roll me a perception check, please.
Okay. And let me see what I roll for that man. Yeah. All right. I'm ready to nat one for my first roll. So that's my luck. Oh, 1d20 plus. Oh, I got 23.
Nice. Okay. So, the person closest to you, this guy that you're approaching, this Genasi, the closer you get to him, you start to pick up some familiar scents, um, uh, like sulfur and uh, spatial dilation. Um, you get the vibe that he's a guildman, but you can't place him. Like you've never seen him before, but he gives off the vibe that someone from where you grew up gives off.
The sense of spatial dilation. I'm going. I can't control my token, by the way. Assume you
Oh
can.
shoot, my bad. Hold on, I got you. Give me a moment. Da, 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 ba, ba. This is for the
So would I
guy.
know he's from the guild?
You would know
But
that
I don't know where at all.
he's from the country, but you can't place where you know him from. He just feels familiar.
Gotcha.
Good night, my babies.
Would I be smart enough to infer why he smells like sulfur?
Yeah, it's just everybody from Torah smells like sulfur. It's just
Oh, that's why I know he's
right.
gotcha.
Yeah, it's like it's a very distinct very distinct odor, and it hugs to the body in a way that nothing else does. Um, so that is. Um, are you able to move now? You should be able to.
Yeah, let's find out. Select. Nope. And nope. Can't move him just yet.
Okay, so hit this button again and this button again. He's in your journal, right?
You
Okay, so we're gonna.
journal. Yep. Maharashtra.
Okay. All right. What I would like for you to do is try to pull your token from the journal onto the map and see if that functions for you. And I'll just delete this guy.
I have a totally different token from what you had.
Yeah, because you
That's
had to
fine.
pull it out. But yeah, you're good now. Good now.
Yep. I do have to increase the size. I mean, large feature.
Yeah. So you would be a 2x2. So just hit that and then grab this light on and you good.
There.
So
So I would approach him. That is right. And I would assume he wouldn't know what I'm talking about.
You said status rank?
Yeah, status and rank.
Okay. So
He's just asking very bluntly.
Right. He's basically asking, "How are you from Torah?" That's his question. Your response, if you wanted to be truthful, hold on, give me a second. I'm gonna just do this.
Did I disconnect?
No, you're here. You're good.
No, you're good.
Oh, no, I thought I was perfect.
I guess
Okay, there you go.
it's just gonna be like platinum guard, just like platinum patron guard.
Yeah,
And I was like,
I would, in response to him saying that, I would say third platoon commander, a Cretan knight.
right.
Cretan act.
So technically speaking, Mojo outranks you, but he's a merchant in your guard. So that's that's the dynamic here. Typically speaking, merchants will commission guards as escorts, um, but patron guard, the patron guard is the trading company, the trading company's proprietary protection service. So y'all are technically within the same field, but because of the guild that he's attached to, he outranks you.
Yeah, gotcha.
Just yeah, it's like just we gotta assess some casualties here. This turned into a cluster.
Is there still trying to understand my situations? Is there any way I can help you and you can help me?
There's a ship way back over there. We got on the other side of the island that kind of brought us here. Now I'm not gonna lie to you. We are in damage control. We have to figure out who's left, what's going on. It's not a yeah. These dragons ruined a lot of things today.
Not much damage control I can deal. I can only deal damage. Not much fixing.
Yeah. Just if you see somebody moving that's not part of the group that was here, let us know.
Understood.
Mojo, given that you are trying to assess the damage, give me an active perception check, please.
An active perception.
Just perception check.
Uh, 24.
Cool. Southwest of your position, across from the main entrance to the keep, you see a dense cluster of humanoid structure, like objects.
Like moving? Do I sense anything from them, or are they just kind of there?
Like they're just there. They're about 50. Yeah, they're about 50 feet away from your current position, and it's it's the same detection you were picking up in Zematide, in the village.
Oh no. I mean, I think now I'm actually gonna spend the time to kind of investigate. We get that they've been kind of glassed, but is this something we can fix?
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna need.
We'll just follow behind him, by the way.
Okay. I need Arcana, Medicine, and then Wisdom.
Need all three.
Mm. And Arcana first, Medicine second, and then Wisdom.
2019. Then you said what? Arcana, Perception.
Arcana, Medicine. Okay.
And then
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
Or Wisdom check. I'm sorry.
Oh my god, that's so bad.
Okay, so the Arcana reveals to you um, that this is a magical state. It is a magical effect. Your medicine check reveals that the individuals are still alive, but they are in a suspended state. Uh, you're able to like you see their bodies, but you cannot detect the soul, so to speak. Um, like these read as humanoids, but they read different because their souls are not attached. Um, so your perception, not your perception, your wisdom uh, leads you to suspect that you could release them, you could free them, but you're not entirely sure how to do it. Um, but you think fire may help. I mean, it's ice.
Hmm.
It's ice, so it stands to reason if you melt it.
Would I
Mhm.
would I recognize this is how I was frozen,
Yes,
or
this is
Yeah, I think
the exact same
I
way that
would
you're
kind
frozen.
of take my hands, get a little theme going,
Mm-hmm.
and kind of not with the intent to like really like damage it, but just kind of start kind of throwing little soft jabs at it, causing like the heat wave,
Mm-hmm.
like like a very small burning hands, just to kind of see if I can get this to melt a little bit.
Right. Mm.
so could I technically say that this is I would say
Um, I
this
got
is
to.
the same material I was frozen in. It is, what is it? Health. It's health frost, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. It's technically
Yeah, I would
stasis,
say.
but Hellfrost is the
Okay.
closest thing that you can fathom.
I believe this is the same health frost I was trapped in. Uh, before I saw the beacon of light or the beacon of ice that absorbed the energy that had me trapped.
So you just follow the beacon of light and came out. I'm hoping we can do something about this. Like, there's no one's no like this place was important.
I'm sure if you used whatever caused that beacon, it would have the same effect on me as you did for them.
Okay. So, um, the first person that you did your friction thaw for, um, as their body starts, I guess the ice starts to melt off of them. Um, their body starts to shake. Um, and when there's enough of their body thawed to move, they kind of fall to their knees for half a second, um, and begin gasping for air as if they hadn't been able to breathe for a very long time. Um, uh, if you continue through this grouping of civilians, um, there's about 84 of them here, and when you thaw them all out, 70 of them are still like 70 of them have that same reaction. 14 of them just fall over and they don't move, they don't respond, they don't do anything. Their bodies just kind of fall limp. but you were able to save 70 people over the next hour if you take your time to do this.
Yeah, I would be doing this, and I think I now have an order. If he was looking for something to do, I was like, if you find any more people, point them out to me. That like as we finish this, as we can go in through, because this place got glassed.
So
So I would
mhm.
start flying, I assume, and kind of scouting, I guess, patrolling each general open area.
Okay.
Kind of, actually, first, before that, can I mark the Hellfire scent?
Yeah,
Uh,
the Hellfire scent? You mean from Mojo or
yeah,
the
the
Hellfrost?
no, the Hellfrost.
Okay. Um, no, Hellfrost does not actually have a scent, so to speak. It's just
A
a
magic.
an intense cold. So I mean, I guess you could detect the lack of heat in an area as a way to track Hellfrost, but it wouldn't be an exact science. Um,
Yeah,
so you're on search and rescue. Wondox is
yep.
thawing folk out. Krin is repairing his armor. Zevril is crafting things. Um, this is true. If you're um, um, the strongest scent of Hellfrost, if there is one, like the sensation that you uh, attribute to your like your imprisonment, um, would draw you towards the hobgoblin that walked past you when you roared. Um, Beyond that, your your senses are not detecting anything distinct, right? What you're picking up within the Hellfrost is hobgoblin, is like frozen hobgoblin. I'm sorry. Um, it's like if you've ever walked into like a frozen meat locker and that just like
Yeah,
right
It's the
yeah.
that
Frozen
word.
meat has its own smell.
right. So you have that laid over the traditional hobgoblin smell. Um,
Yeah, so I assume I would head straight in that direction if it's like the most prominent.
yeah, if like if that is what you're looking for, if that's what you're basing your search off of, it would draw you to the forge. But we're gonna put a pin in
Yeah.
that,
Okay. So yeah, I would.
and uh, if you want to walk into the forge, it would be easier for you to just like walk through one of the pillar gaps in the openings of the sides. Like the southern portion of the room has it's an open wall with columns separating the weapon storage from the actual vault from the actual forge itself. So that would be the
Gotcha.
easiest way into that
Let's
room.
see. Do,
Um,
so do remember I can fly. So
yeah, yeah. You could also just fly over, like, because the forge has it's an open. Uh, there's a canopy or rather an open area above the sparring portion of that area does not have covering, so you could just land in there. Um, but we are going to switch back
yeah, I'll just do
to
that really quickly.
yeah. We are going to switch back to Wondox um, as he is returning from the main hall. Wondox, you are coming through. You're coming from here. That last thing that we discussed before you said you were going to walk out and speak with people's.
Let's go back and see the party and see what they're doing.
Yeah. As you're walking back through the main, like the reception hall.
I'm not walking. I guess I'm not really walking, if that's the word we're going to use.
As you're moving through the reception hall at the front of the keep, you you sense a presence, like another person, to your right, in this area here. What I mean, as you've swept most of this building, or not really most of this building, you've swept this central area, and you explored a little bit of the east wing, but you have not ventured into the left portion of this facility. And coming out of the hall, that several of your fellow aspects are in the east wing that you explored before going into the undercroft, so to speak.
Okay. So, unfortunately, right now my power kind of went out, so I can't look at it visually. But you're saying that to my right, there's something else.
Right.
And to my left is where I can feel the presence of my compatriots.
Correct.
I feel like I'm going to look back and I'm going to ask the crew that's following me, do they know what's over there? As I point to the right side, the one I haven't been down yet.
Indabur tells you that none of the trainees, none of the everyone was told to stay away from that side of the facility. Dad didn't want anyone going into the West Wing for any reason.
So that sounds like there's a problem over there. As much as my chaotic energy wants me to go over there and just go see what it is, I feel like I'm going to need my party. So I'm going to go grab my fellows and see what they're up to and just have them say hi to the new folks.
Okay.
So I'm going to get on my vehicle and I'm going to go over there. To the left of the forge.
Okay, into the forge. So, Krin, Zevril, and Zevril are in the forge. Krin is repairing his armor. Zevril is doing what Zevril does. He's fabricating things.
Okay.
Mojo, you recognize that Johnny is back in range. And he is not. I'm sorry. Wondox is back in range, and he is not by himself.
Is he in hearing range?
You wouldn't have to. The moment I seen you coming through, and there was other things behind you, I would blink probably right next to you and be like, "What's this?"
Hey, yo. Let me try to get with everybody and we're going to have a nice party chat. But that's not a problem, okay?
Can I see what's following us?
Yeah.
Okay, can I
Sure.
do it? All right. So first things first, Wondox is on a motor bicycle that is black with silver lining and has wings on it. On top of that, he's trailed by 4 half-dragon younglings. Well, I guess they're more teenagers, so you're looking at ages between 14 to 18. So kids this is the best way we would describe them.
Are you running from kids?
No, they're with me.
Okay, cool.
And plus, they give me a new hey, we're the town guard. Since hey, we got rid of most of them, but we don't worry about that. We're gonna make them the town guard to be really cool.
People are still alive here, and that might be traumatizing.
Don't worry about that. We're gonna bring everything together. It's gonna be the bond. You know what? They'll probably protect the keep. Because I'm assuming those people aren't from here, but maybe they are. Don't worry. They'll be inside the keep, protecting the keep.
Oh, right. Also, survivors. Found some, thawed them out. Might need your help. But yeah, let's go. Let's go back.
Before that, I gotta start. Okay, how close to death are they?
Well, some of them are kind of shivering uncontrollably, but are kind of moving, and about 20 of them are unresponsive.
Okay, 20. Okay. I can do that. Okay, so Souls. Mr. DM, God.
Yeah.
How hard would it be for me to manifest a mind to wander about and play doctor on my behalf?
Okay. Of the people I'm aware of, there's only
I have the paladin. Could he work?
He could do it. Like he can astral project. Though I doubt he has the capacity to help the unresponsive people. He could try, but it'd be really tough.
That means I have to go and do that. Okay, I was planning on going out that way anyway. Okay, so let me just then simply mind link with who do I don't see? I see Mojo. I don't see the Hobgoblin. I don't see our Geth. I don't see the Dragonkin. Can I just mind link with everybody real quick? Because I'm assuming they're in a good less than 300 feet in radius of me.
Yeah. Everybody's within about 100 feet of your person, honestly.
Oh man, even easier right now. So I'm gonna mind leak with just telekinesis. I mean, not telekinesis. Telepathy. And I'm gonna say, "Hey guys, got some news. Found some stuff. Can y'all meet me outside with the bodies that I need to heal? It'd be easier that way."
I would just kind of be because I haven't really told them where the bodies are. So I'm just gonna be yeah, they're over there. There's a whole group of people, and I still have to check the town.
Cool. Get what you can. Bring it toward me, okay?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go get on the bike, and I'm just gonna roll myself over there. I'm just all right, kids. I'm gonna look at the 4 kids. I'm like, look here, kids. You're not gonna attack nobody. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
All right. We're already doing good right now. We're done doing good. You hear that, Yard? We're doing good. He pets his skin, and it's weird. and I proceed to drive toward the location he put at. No, not the forge. I'm gonna let them come to me, but I'm gonna go toward the bodies because again, I am a cleric. That is my first duty.
Okay. So then we shall move you to the bodies.
Yeah.
And you be here.
How bad we're looking?
So there are about, like I said, there's 70 people who are they're on the brink of death. But like they were reduced to 0 hit points, but stasis made them auto save. It made them auto stabilize. So thawing them out puts them back on death's door, but they still have a hit point. So, you know, a strong breeze might be able to fuck these boys up right now.
Okay. So first things first, we're gonna do a nice, good old mass cure wounds real quick. So that way, at least make sure they're not gonna die.
Yeah.
So, okay, so we're gonna buff it up so that way, with spirit points, I should be. I know. I'm trying to think. I should be like at least 180 still, like easy cap right there. So that should. So I should be able to spend about 6 to cap the 20, get the 20, or like 2.
So you just want to like how much health are you trying to bestow to people?
Right now, I'm just trying to make sure they're not going to wait for that breeze to come around and get them. Okay. So I'm just like, hey, if I could put them at 1, good, we're doing that.
Right. Mass heal. Mass healing word is what, a 4th?
Safe. It's a 4th level spell. Okay. I have it already.
Yeah. All right. So yeah. So that's just 7 points. Yeah. And
cool. All right.
Yeah.
They'll see it'll be a golden metallic dust cloud that kind of just comes from his hand and like it just sprinkles. That's how its magic kind of comes off. Kind of like a metallic chain. You know, zoom. As he rubs his chains together and like casts the magic. And everyone gets their little bit of healing right now. I'll roll the D and see where we're at right now with the D. Because what is it? It's a D8, if I remember correctly, or D12 for mass cure wounds.
It's D8.
Yeah, so I'll put we'll see where the 1D8 rolls. So everybody there gets about 4 HP, so that way they're not at death's door.
Yeah, and they're all like full health because they're commoners.
Civilian. Yeah.
Okay. That part is done.
Yes.
Okay. So, I do remember there were a lot of dead bodies, a lot of dead things.
Yep. So, Krin, Zevril, are you going to meet Wondox and Mojo at the front of Keep, or are you staying in the workshop?
You might want to restore the schools.
Nah.
So y'all staying in the first catch.
That makes sense.
How pairs my armor right?
Your armor?
Yeah.
Your armor would take you at least an hour to repair. Wondox came up about maybe 35 minutes after you started. He did request your presence, but I mean, if y'all don't move, y'all don't move.
I'm gonna finish my armor.
Okay.
Repair.
That's fair.
What happened?
I'm gonna look over at him and go, you can leave your armor with me and I can get that done in like 3 seconds, right? Oh, hold on. You know you can leave that with me. I'll get it done for you real quick. Just go. Just leave your arm here. I'll bring it to you in 20 seconds. Go.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna fix it myself because my dwarven pride won't let me let you work on it.
Exactly. I'll be right back.
Cool. So, the hour passes. All the people are thawed. They have been healed, restored. Krin's armor is finished. And I imagine Zevril is. What is Zevril working on right now that's got him so focused?
Indavor's corpse.
Got you.
Yeah, I don't have to say anything more than that, do I?
Nah, not really.
Okay.
Everybody.
Can I chime in?
Yeah.
Okay. After, let's say, the hour has passed, like 30 minutes would have passed after I've done my little magic, and I realized, man, they're not coming. Let me chime in one more time. Telepathy wise. Hey, Hobgoblin. I say through a mental link. Do you want the egg or not?
Gets up very begrudgingly. Very begrudgingly. Like, if anything, I'm like, Matthew is like I shoved everything back inside Matthew, but like there's a claw, like a whole arm of Indabur just coming out of like basically my waist, and I'm just smacking away at it in my hammer as I walk over there. Like, God fucking, I was busy. It better be important. Fucking, I need this egg. God, gee, other things I do for you. I'm just smashing away at it as basically this dragon arm is coming. Well, I'm not going to finish that sentence because it's probably going to look weird. It's probably going to sound weird, but yeah,
this is a dragon arm coming out of my waistband.
Basically.
There's a dragon arm coming out of my waistband, and I'm whacking it with a hammer.
And I'm building a dragon sword. Let's go.
Don't sound weird at all. Oh man, I gotta come up with Megazord
Nah,
mechanics,
bro, it's just
man.
a dragon hand with extra steps. Stop.
It's gonna be
you gotta make it
so
PG.
awesome.
Yeah.
Just gonna walk over to him. What do you want? I was busy. Can't you see?
No, I don't see because I'm not looking through your eyes, buddy. Cool. Goes to bike with wings. Opens up the back hatch. Pulls out egg. Did you want an egg?
At this exact moment, I would like to opt to share my senses with G.
Yeah. You feel the utmost, like the most potent elation you have ever experienced in your life. Like, G is excited, like has a level of excitement akin to a 7-year-old's first Christmas where he gets everything that he ever asked for. That's what you feel when you tap into G's eyes while looking at this egg. And to describe the egg to you, everybody's seen Game of Thrones. One of the 3 eggs that Daenerys was given, make it.
I have not seen Game of Thrones.
Okay, it's an egg with diamond scale patterns. You've seen a dragon egg before. This dragon egg is made of a liquid metal. It looks wet, and if you touch it, it feels wet, but it's also very much solid. And holding on to it, you can hear uh, a gurgled heartbeat. That's what you feel in your hands when you hold this thing. So there is a life inside, but the egg has not hatched, and you can feel G moving closer to you. We'll probably be here in about 15 minutes.
Doing that meme right out from Cloud of Meatballs. Black Hopper runs out of nowhere.
Yep, just running.
Seeing the egg and feeling G's response, I'm just gonna with one free hand, just take Matthew off of my belt and have him Kirby it.
As you're trying to Kirby it, a little bit of liquid comes off my arm, but I bring it back into my arm and I pull it out back on my body. Hey, watch how you suck.
I'm too engrossed in my work to respond to that.
Yeah.
But you'll hear Matthew go, "Ho, you telling me how to suck, boy? Ha!"
Yeah, because unfortunately, it wasn't my skin. It was a little metallic that went back into my skin.
Yeah. Things are happening. I need charisma saving throws from everybody, please.
Everybody?
Everybody, please.
Okay.
Everybody who?
Everybody except Lume.
My name
Even though I'm not there?
My name, everybody, is Rhastra.
You're here because you came.
Yeah. Rhastra.
Okay.
Yeah, Rhastra, Krin,
I did
Sith,
finish.
and Prophet need to roll me charisma saving throws, please.
Man, he said,
so not me?
Not Lume.
Wait,
No, I'm not Lume.
Sith. This is Wondox. Yeah, Wondox,
I can't-
Zevril, Rhastra, and Prophet, as well as Krin, need to roll me charisma saves.
Okay, real quickly, can you look at my sheet and tell me what everything is? Because when I tell you my power in my house is down.
Gotcha. 2 seconds.
I'm rolling a what throw?
Charisma saving throw.
a man decided to hit you where it hurts.
I only have a +6, so I'm just rolling a flat old roll.
Wando. Let me see your curve sheet. Bam.
No, I'm glad I bumped out my charisma before we started.
Oh, I only have wisdom. That's why. Dear God, I'm like, I know I put it somewhere. It's either in wisdom or charisma. I'm like, oh, it's going to be motherfucking wisdom.
I got a 25.
Nice. Oh, no. Roll 20. Okay, we're good.
I rolled so bad.
Alright, so your charisma is a 5.
Yes.
Okay.
So, roll your.
You got it, or you want me to do it?
I mean, if you want to do it, go for it. Just add 5.
Huzzah.
Yeah,
14.
That's cool. Okay. Anybody who got over a 20?
I got
over
a
a 20.
22.
The Leon got a 25.
I got a 22.
Okay, so Krin and Rhastra, the two of you feel something. The rest of you hear someone in your brain say, "Whenever you're ready, come to the main hall. I need to speak with each of you."
What the fuck?
Do I know what this was? That just slithered into my brain.
It's familiar.
Okay. I would be. The response would literally just be like, "Once we finish checking these people, I'll be in there."
I look into my mind palace. I look at everybody. Is everyone there looking shocked like I am?
Everybody's
Cool.
shocked. Everybody's shocked.
Ah, damn. Okay, cool. Damn.
Less shocked.
Nah, Ross would have.
Oh no, no, no! I'm not
dumbfounded
talking about.
face.
I'm not talking about y'all.
Yeah.
Rhastra would have the dumbfound face.
Yeah.
Just gonna
No
tap
thought.
on it. Just tap you. It's all right, man. You're fine. It happens.
I was then like, oh, god damn it! More things after another. Okay, I called the bus over.
The Frizz. She
It's-
here. So
Beep 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 beep. All right, let's all go inside.
so you're putting the civvies
The kids.
on okay. So the
I'm
kids are
putting
staying
the
on the Frizz.
kids on the bus.
Okay.
The
bet.
kids are going on the bus.
Copy that. So the kids are in the Frizz. The kids are with the Frizz.
Mhm.
Copy that. That's
Yeah.
And I put my armor on.
okay.
Because I totally, didn't just walk over there without my armor on.
You were able to finish.
What? You're naked?
No.
No.
He finished his armor
Okay.
before you came out.
Okay. Okay, because I was about to be like, man, you better put some pants on. I have children with me.
So, excuse my life. As so, does everyone heed the request, or
I have nothing to eat.
yeah,
Did I get the egg?
yeah, you got the egg.
Sure, I let it fly in your stomach.
Yes.
Since I was there when he got the egg, and do I know what egg it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What type of?
It I will need you to roll me an intelligence check to see if you can
You got them brain
pinpoint the
like,
information.
Or you could just ask
That is awesome.
right
Nope.
here.
That's a 7.
Okay. So,
Hey, what's that egg you
what
got
can
there, buddy?
tell, it's metallic, but it it looks like liquid until you, like it looks like it's a liquid egg until you touch it, and it is completely solid to the touch. But it looks like it's wet, and it looks like it looks like it's made of water, and it's also soaked in something. But when you touch it, it's completely dry.
Okay. I totally.
Do you want to ask?
Yeah.
All right. So he asks me. I look at my shoulder and I say, "Dar, what are y'all again?"
I am a.
Not you.
A a liquid metal serpent head crawls out of the trapezius or rather, it not even crawls out. It just kind of slithers out of the trapezius of Wondox's neck, like the left little connecting muscle from your shoulder to your neck. This liquid metal dragon that's basically like it's the same material as a T1000. I'll put it in the chat so y'all can see what Wandy's got for y'all. Or with him in chat. Pop this open.
I mean, you could just reuse the image you sent me before.
Yep, that's what I'm about to do right now.
Okay.
Pin it, but I can copy it. Yeah. Okay. We gotta open up the thing real quick. Sorry. Alphabets. Yes, here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Yaka. That thing. And it says, Master, we are Osmium Dragon.
So yeah, that thing.
It's taking forever to load, but if you want to scroll further up in the catalog, it'll be there as well. Oh, wait, it's almost done. I'll be there in a second. But this young dragon has very pronounced features for its body to be like a singular contiguous fluid. And if you look close enough, it appears as though he is coming out of Wondox's pores. And osmium dragons are very rare.
There we go.
Yeah, they are metallic chromatic dragons, or rather, they're mineral dragons is their actual designation.
What plugs do you need it for? Show me.
It's plugged in. I'm trying to look for
so
the plug part to see if we have one that I can just plug in for the battery charge things, Byron.
Okay, we don't have that.
Byron,
Okay.
we have the card deck and the one I just saw. See if it has that on there.
What card?
Yeah. So this serpent dragon, pops his head out, says that he's osmium, and then retracts back into Wondox's skin. Then the voice again says, I guess I'll be waiting whenever you guys decide to come say hi. It's not like
Fine, if you're gonna beg us, Jesus Christ.
We're going.
So Zev, you went back to the croft or to the forge, or are you gonna return? Or are you gonna go to?
I'm gonna do whatever the fuck gets the story moving.
Okay.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Main hall.
What gets? Thank you. Then that's where I'm going. I'm just leaving everybody. I will pull Toby out. I will fucking ride him to the main hall. I don't give a fuck.
So, everyone walks through this the meeting hall at the entry. those of you who were in the forge connects to the greeting hall and then leads into the main hall. Upon entering the main hall, you see this large room. It's probably about 90 feet wide, and it is circular. There's a 90-foot radius, I'm sorry. And in the dead center of this room is an ornate, rather 4 ornate pillars surrounding a magical circle. And on the other side of that circle is a large double door that was closed when Wondox came through here himself, but now that all of you are present, this door slowly begins to open. On the other side of that door is a humanoid sitting at a desk, wearing silver robes and a hood pulled up over his head. He appears to be scribbling on something on the desk, and he doesn't look up from you at all. He says, "Come on through. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that we need to go over. Several things that you may want to do. Actually, I'm sorry. Before you go, before you come through the door, there's one more of you got stuck over in the west wing.
You want one of us to go get him?
Yes. He's in the prison. Just go through that door to your left there, and
yeah.
If I can sense him, I'm just gonna blink him here.
Okay. So you can sense him, but you can't move him. You know exactly where he is, but
I'll go get him.
You could pop to him, but you when you try to move him, you get pushback.
Oh, that's new.
Yeah, let's go. You and me, Mojo. Let's go get him.
Yep.
We go to get him.
All right. So, you guys navigate through. Recognize you just moved to where this individual is. You find yourselves inside, or rather, just outside of a jail cell that has runes scribbled on every bar of the cage. And inside said cage is a purple-skinned elf-like creature hanging from his wrists.
Oh, damn.
That sucks.
Yeah, you're not having a good day.
Hey, I knock on the bar.
Lume, describe yourself, sir. Or do you have a description? Yeah, come on.
North I know I was up like, but that's actually really dope. Hanging by my wrist.
Mm-hmm.
But actually looking kind of I guess a bit cheerful. Not cheerful because jail, but inquisitive, I guess.
Okay.
Like looking at every minor detail in the walls, in the cell, admiring the chain links of the shackles that are holding me. Even sometimes twisting myself to watch it in different light. I guess y'all would approach me kind of mumbling to myself. I know, Aster. I know we're going to. I mean, yeah, but look at that. Listen to the sound it makes, how it swirls in the wind. I think this is the inspiration I need. I can find. And notice these guys.
Hey, Chief.
Yeah. So like, I don't know who you were talking to, but we've been sent to get you.
Oh. Well, who are you? Looking at them mad suspicious.
I mean, we who are you? We were just told to get you by the voice in our head. I mean, you can stay there. I'm 100% okay with that.
I'm Wondox. And I'm Minnie.
Mojo.
Wondox.
Again.
Wondox.
Hold on. As he keeps doing that, I'm gonna push my head down, and my body begins to shrink. And then all of a sudden, you see what used to be a changeling man turns to a gnome girl, and it says,
He says what?
Yeah, what?
Camilla, my name's Camilla.
Okay.
Right. I keep forgetting you can do that. Yeah, so do you want out of here?
I guess.
Camilla reads the runes on the cell. What did they do?
And Camilla, if I'm not mistaken, is your
Gnome.
Yeah.
She's the little gnome that wants to be. Let me be real with you. She can't read shit.
Yeah. So she looks at it. It's like, oh, this seems to be a recipe for iron bar magic.
And on that note, his head, and he does upper palm, open palm, pushes his head back up, basically disrupting and peeling out of the skin that was Camilla, and he is now back to Wondox. Sorry, little girl, I keep forgetting you can't do that. I begin to look at the bars.
He gave another oh. Why do you do that? Why is that a talent you were granted? Oh my god. I mean, it's half fascinating, but so much so disgusting. The ratio was just not even.
Nah, don't worry about it. It gets weirder when I go through the other ones.
Don't worry about it. I'm very concerned. Deeply.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess Arcana check for it, or do I just know?
Yeah. If the runes are suppression runes. So they're weave suppressing runes. So essentially,
They're just suppressing him.
They're suppressing him.
Okay.
And you would need to use mundane means to release them from their cell. A quick investigation lets you guys find the key that you need to get him out.
Or I knock on the cell and cast knock.
Yeah, no, that didn't work.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna my fast perception for 24. Can I find a way to open
the last time? Your ass is gonna work for this time.
I mean, if that was possible, I would have done that.
But you're being suppressed, okay? You're being suppressed in here. Right? This is suppressed in jail.
You said
okay,
24?
and also. So yeah.
Wait, where am I when all this happened?
Well, Mojo and Wondox went to the prison, the holding cells, to acquire the person that you guys were told you need with you. I would imagine you, Krin, and Sith, or rather, you, Krin, and Zevril are still in the main hall waiting with the old man.
Yeah, I would have looked for the key.
Yeah, you find the key.
Okay, man. Still trying to get used to what characters are who.
You're good.
Yeah, what character? Who's character?
Okay.
Everyone's one.
Right. So
can I pick the lock?
Sure. worker. Give me a stealth check.
Oh no,
Sliding.
I'm not doing it. A gaseous form comes over my face as my skin turns from white to purple, and my guess, I mean my how you say it, Ganassi
Yeah, Ganassi.
form pops out. Yeah, who is a
Wow.
male site.
Male, so yeah.
Yeah, male site. And he, with his deep purple skin, is gonna pick the lock.
Why does he keep doing that? Also, if you were sent to get me, why weren't you sent with a key? Looking at them mad suspicious now.
I'm looking for the key.
Because we just got here and we just kind of rolled up in here, dog. Don't worry about it. Oh, my bad. Hold on. That was my voice coming out of the guest. Oh! Do not worry. We will get you out of here safely.
So
You got used to that? Looking at the other guy.
I've seen a lot of stuff in the last 24 hours.
that is an understatement, but yes. What was your?
2020.
Yeah,
I'm waiting to know what I need to roll with it because technically I don't know what his
that's
stuff would be
fine.
extra.
Your stealth check. I will call that. It's off of your dex. I believe that's a.
Uh, Plus proficiency since he is proficient with it.
Mm-hmm.
So Dex, I think is at a 20. It should be 21,
Okay,
22.
so that's if it's 22, it's a 6. If
Okay,
it's 21, it's a 5. So we'll call it
let's do.
6 plus your proficiency bonus.
Which should be
Should be
5 plus
yeah.
5.
I think
Okay,
proficiency bonus is 4 right now, right?
I gotta ask them. Sure, let's do that. All right, 30.
Okay. So yes, you are able to pick the lock right as Mojo finds the key. Like you find the key and you're like walking over to the cell and
Boing!
Oh, we finally got it.
And as he says that, and God, he just grabs at the bottom of his jaw, turns it a little bit to the right as his purple fades out from where his hand is at his mouth, and all white strictly goes back as he turns back to his regular changeling form.
It's just like you realize you have totally freaked him out.
He'll be all right.
Can I have
Again,
a
again, he's trying that. Don't worry about it. It's okay. He's gonna get used to it.
All right, as we're gonna walk up, undo his hands, and be like, "All right, cool, we're gonna go," and just kind of take all three of us back.
Okay. You do actually have to leave the confines of the cell in order to do that.
Yeah. Like once I realized, like, okay, couple of steps. Fuck this cell.
Yeah, as soon as you step inside the cell, you feel a Faraday cage.
Ooh, I don't like that.
Yeah. So
cool.
Like you're normally able to perceive 700 feet around you. You stepped inside that cage, you had 30 feet of vision.
Yeah, that was not a good feeling for me. That was yeah, we gotta
move. You return to the main hall. Ah, yes, there they are. You know, when you guys work together, there's like very few things that can actually stop an aspect from doing what they want. You probably have a lot of questions to like how you became this, what you're doing here. The long story, or rather the short version, is the world kind of sucks right now, and you're supposed to fix it. That circle there behind you is connected to the aspect teleportation network. but several of the other destinations have been compromised irreparably. So traveling to those locations will have to be done in another fashion. But sorry, before I get too carried away with myself, I'm sovereign. I used to be the aspect of balance for a very long time, and now I'm a cosmic attendant.
So you got demoted?
No, it's an adjacent move. I'm not walking around outside anymore. I'm directing you guys and able to monitor a lot larger space. So I'm your boss, technically. I say technically because we don't have bosses really. Like we have our source, but even the mantles we've been given is not something that can be stripped away as easily as it was given. So, it's kind of a Hail Mary because we don't really have many other options for combating the evil. This is your base of operations. Just about anything that you need should be here. And there are three pretty big problems that you guys may want to structure priority for. You wanna hear about it now, or you wanna like keep prepping for the next move and then just kind of like fly by the seat of your pants or something? I mean,
I would really like to know how you gathered everyone.
how I gathered?
He didn't gather us. We just got here.
Yeah.
It's kind of a coincidence that all of you were on my boat.
Yeah.
I doubt that. It's more like the guys kind of pushed us to your boat. More like that, champ. Well, for me.
There's a lot of serendipity involved in you guys coming together. I'll say serendipity because the big guy doesn't like to admit that he acts directly as often as he does. I used to be the aspect of balance, but I kept getting paired with other aspects that like didn't want to heed the balance, and it made it very uncomfortable for me. So
what did you do to them?
I did not do anything that I was not gifted with the ability to do. I basically operated by myself after sequestering previous aspects, and I did it so effectively that Courtier made me an attendant to make sure that you guys don't get too far out of line. Granted, I have a lot more tolerance than the big guy does. So, I mean, I'll counsel you before I just like smack you guys. spare the rod and all that. But yeah, I have been connected to each of you, which is how I called you once you got here, but you had to be close enough for me to reach you. But I'm not gonna go into I'm not gonna keep going over all of this stuff because I'm sure you guys have things that you need to do before you go and handle the stuff that you gotta handle. But I will say that there are problems, like the biggest problems that I think you guys should pay attention to first are in Gilly. The Empress is up to some funky stuff. I don't want to say it's the Empress. Something's happening in the royal family, and you might want to check in on that. Shar has a problem with their mage population, and Orthora is not Orthora. I'm sorry, Darlathan is Darlathan. So that is they don't like you guys. They don't like any of us, honestly. But there's like I would prioritize Darlathan, but there are other things that you could find beneficial in both Osgiliath and Roomshar. The city of Paris is a problem in my book.
How did our kind piss them off? I guess say.
Nothing like super. We just kind of destabilized their governing body and didn't replace it with anything.
Right.
It was 1,000 years ago, though. So.
I mean, they've had so much time to fix that
and get over it, because 1,000 years is 1,000 years,
I mean, some grudges are hard, but like they definitely had time to rebuild.
Yeah, they did, and they've upgraded. So all of the problems that I had when we first went there are so much worse. Can't wait for you guys to see that.
So you made a mess, and you want us to go clean it up.
I didn't make the mess. My party members made the mess. I beat the brakes off of the bitches that needed to be there, that needed their brakes beaten off.
Like your shirt, then.
Yes, I made suggestions. Those suggestions were not heeded, and things played out the way they did. I am but a singular person, and balance did not allow me to act in the way that I wanted to in the moment. But you guys don't have that limitation, because there's no balance traveling with you guys. Even if there was, I don't think you'd listen to him too much.
Wait, so just clarifying question. If you're the former aspect of balance, is there a balance out there?
Yeah. He's somewhere. I think he's in the mountains.
Sounds like a lot of maybe find him, maybe not. Got it.
Yeah. I mean, if he shows up. The funny thing about the mantle of balance, you're always where you're most needed, whether you realize it or not. It's really annoying, but it's also kind of helpful.
So. Okay, can I ask another question, friend?
Yeah, sure. I mean,
how much you been drinking?
Drinking? I don't drink.
Yeah, just curious.
I don't drink. I've spent the last 1,500 years popping in and out of the Feywild because my dad's got a crusade going against the plains.
Wait, what?
That sounds fun.
What happened?
No, not fun. What?
What?
You're just gonna say my dad's leading a crusade and not go and elaborate on that, friend?
Oh,
That sounds
oh,
fascinating.
yeah.
Can we come join?
No.
Sigh.
Hey, Callie,
What?
I didn't know you were in the prison. Ah, man, I would have come and got you myself if I knew there was a Callie over there. Yeah, nah, Pops is he's the primary opposition for Rajon. My family's been fighting that dragon and all his spawn for well, going on 15 years now, 1500 years now. I'm sorry. Um, it's been a while. Fucker took one of my siblings from me. I lost another brother. Actually, I found one of my siblings. Uh, traveling through the Feywild Nexi that inundates into. Um, that was fun. That was interesting. Um, we thought he was dead because you know secret agents and clandestine operations, assassination attempts, and all that shit. I've lost more stepmoms than I can count, man. Um, but who do we have? Who do we have?
Wow,
I'm trying
that
to
sounds
think.
terrible. I do have an important question though.
Mm-hmm.
What is this table made out of? He was like, he had walked away. He was moving by a table, looking beneath it, studying like the whole workings of it. Is this marble? Some kind of wood?
Oh man, what's your aspect? I don't think I've ever met one of you before. He
He
looks you
pokes it up
over.
from behind the table. Oh, me? Um. He looked up and like he was listening to something or someone.
Oh,
According to Aster, creation, and he says it's okay. He assumes that you guys put me in the cell so I wouldn't go wandering off because I tend to get distracted.
yeah, that's interesting. It's just your cadences. We're gonna have more conversations. What's your name? I know you said something about Aster, but
Oh, we are Virtuos and Aster. It is a pleasure to meet you. Well, at least one of us is pleased to meet you. The other a little more frustrated. Hard to tell which sometimes. But never answered my question about this table. He was like poking the table aggressively.
the table is platinum wood. It's exclusive to the Feywild. It's very hard to come by. Actually, not hard to come by. It's a lot of bureaucracy involved in harvesting uh, platinum wood. And no, you can't have any. You'll have to go and ask my dad yourself.
Oh, but even if would I be able to make a copy of said table, like using my creation pods?
You're gonna need to make me a DC 21 insight check, sir.
Insight. What is my insight? All right. Is that a thing I'm good at? I don't think it is. It is. Oh snap! All right. I'm proficient at insight. I don't know my proficiency bonus though.
If you're level 10, should be level 10 plus 5.
+5. All right. So
Yes, sir.
it'll be a +10. Let's go.
I kind of imagine my character right now just bored out of his mind, just looking at his sword. he really doesn't do just sitting and listening to people talk.
Right. Hey, Copper Dragon, you're rare. Where have you been? I ain't seen a Zematide dragon in a real long time.
I've been with the dwarves. They don't.
I would explain it. I would explain it for sure. I'm not a fan of the stubs. Not a fan of the stubs. But, you know, they make some interesting things.
Ew.
Kind of brutish, but interesting. And this.
We hit a 30.
You hit a 30? Right. So, yeah, you can recreate platinum wood whenever you so desire. It follows the heavy metal generation rules.
Oh, okay.
So, just to give you a sense of how complex the desk is, it is wood, but it's metal wood. So does that make sense?
Yes.
Um,
Like it's made of wood. It's actual wood, but it has the density and texture of metal.
yes.
Okay.
Some very potent kindling that will burn for a very long time.
Nice.
Also makes some really, really sturdy stuff. Zevril, Sovereign looks dead at you until you look at him. Like he's watching you.
He's going to be staring for a while.
Mm-hmm.
If he doesn't say anything, he's going to be staring for a while. I'm still focused on hammering this dragon arm that's coming out of my waistband.
Right.
However, I would say Matthew would probably see him staring at me.
Mm-hmm.
You got a staring problem, bud?
I kind of do, actually.
Which, hearing Matthew chime up would cause Zevril to, I'm a bit. The fuck are y'all doing? I'm busy.
He
What's going
points
on?
his finger at you very slowly. Actually, he knife hands at you very slowly. How much magic are you carrying? Because I'm getting a lot of weird reads from you, Habo.
Zevril's gonna give this creature an up and down and go,
He's a
everything.
Ladrin. So, okay. Everything? You got all the magic on you? It's...
Everything that it like. He would slowly just start pointing at like the different things on his person. Like he'd point to his cape, magic. Point to his helmet, magic. Point to his boots, magic. Point to his armor, magic. Point to his arm, and then watch as he'll watch as I'll just pull up the Jesus Christ, what did I name it? Drugel, magic. Pull out some cards, magic.
So you
pull out the dragon arm, magic.
So you're walking magic store is what you're saying.
Shrug.
Alright, so I think I got a solid understanding of who we've got here. We've got creation, production. I'm gonna guess freedom from the shapeshifter? And that fuck off, that big fucker there is probably war. Big man's war. Let me make a logical leap and say that the dragons.
What made you come up with that assumption?
I don't know. Maybe the fact that you're fucking 12 feet tall.
I mean, yeah, that kind of tracks.
You're 12 feet tall. You're built like a brick house. You've got 2 tails. Scorpion tails.
Because of the large, I'm 20 feet.
Yeah, you're just.
Kind of, yeah.
You look like combat.
You look like your daddy is Ifrit. I'm not gonna lie.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I never asked you your aspect, and
Never told.
Yeah. Let me run through my banks real quick. Hold on. Boom, boom, boom. He tapped himself in the forehead a couple times. Oh, you're probably space, huh? It's how you move that fast, isn't it? Isn't it?
Yeah.
Go ahead and tell me.
Could be.
Yeah, I knew I was right. Alright, anyway. I'm gonna stop talking y'all's ears off. Cause I'm tired of hearing myself talk, honestly. I wanna get back to my notes. Scanning for prospects in case you guys fuck up too hard. Portal behind you. It's got 3 locations accessible. Asgili, Umshar, and the outskirts of Darlathan. Because we couldn't actually establish one in the city at the time. So yeah, get out of my room. If you need me, I'm here, and there's plenty of shit for you to do. Just make yourself at home. Find a place, post up. This is my office.
Is there a place to warm up the bones? I'm itching to throw.
With the most smug look on his face, or just confused look on his face, Sovereign throws his hands up in the Y formation and just kind of gestures around, he circles his hands around his body, gesturing around, you are in the place to warm yourself. So he just
No, I meant as in is there a place to fight? That was the question.
Oh, you
warm the muscles. Warm them up. Put some adrenaline through the body.
I mean, you can go spar, but honestly, unless you summon something or somebody summons something, ain't shit gonna hang with you around here, man. This is you've reclaimed the hall. I was kind of sealed in here, but now that the seal's broken, the whole facility is a protective ward on this half of the continent. So things don't typically get close unless they're strong enough. And I doubt you want to travel half a day to find something to fight. So just hold on to your horses, man, or go through the portal and find something. It's about all I can say for you.
Understood. as he kind of just walks away.
So, we're gonna go. We'll go around initiative wise, and get the consensus for the direction that we're going to head in. And we'll start with the top of the initiative in Zevril.
Yes.
Which location, which dex location speaks most to you? Where would you like the next phase of the story to take place?
Honestly, I'm really down with anything. I actually have a side question.
Mhm.
Has G showed up?
Oh yes, G is waiting in the forge. And we can resolve that once a consensus has been reached as to where the
I really
journey
don't
will
have a
take us.
preference.
Okay. The options, if you were not, like if you didn't catch them, were Osgiliath, the Desert Empire, Urumshar, your home. There's been a problem in the there's a problem that has made itself known in the caster community of Urumshar. And
Yeah, I did hear the wizard problem.
Yeah,
Actually, so I question, where are the ants?
They're in Osgiliath.
That's my vote, because that's how I get to see Commander.
Okay. Next in initiative is Wondox. Not Wondox. Mojo. Where would you like to go? Where are you leaning?
I do want to smack up some mages, but
Commander, so I say mages.
like I want to smack up some mages, but there's a whole lawless town to go ham it. Like they don't like us.
You want to fuck
Kinda.
off couches? I feel you.
But I think he's like we smack the mages first. Let it be known.
Okay. We've Krin is next. Where's your vote? Imperial Desert Ants, Magical Night City, or the Nation of Flowers? All right, we'll pass the question to Wondox then. Where would you like to head to next? Osgiliath, Urumshar, or Darlathan?
I would like to go back home.
Okay.
Home.
So we've got a vote for Urumshar, we've got a vote for Darlathan, and we've got a vote for Osgiliath.
My vote was also for Urumshar. Remember, I changed it because I don't know Commander.
Okay, copy.
Yet.
Right, true. So we've got 2 for Urumshar, 1 for Darlathan. Lume, where are you leaning?
Did you say ants?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, I'm sold.
Okay. Yep, that's also the other reason why I backed off ants, because I know he would go for ants.
Okay.
That's Ant Boy right there.
So,
fucking Bugman.
And Big Rhastra, what is your vote, sir?
I definitely love to fight the mages.
Okay. So Night City is the consensus, or Rumshar. Weave City, Arcane Metropolis, the nation that is also just a state or a city. It is a city nation, um, separated into the lower city of Diormana and the upper district of Shondell, home to the World Library and the foremost arcane institute in the world. Um, Lots of seedy things happen in Diormana, um, and it's such a huge city, um, that one could spend 3 days driving from one end of the city to the other. Um, and Shondell is so far off the ground that there's actually atmosphere on the way up. Like you pass through like weather patterns, like clouds are actually coalescing between around the elevators that connect Diormana to Shondell. Um, and Shondell itself actually has a port, for lack of a better word to use, connected to the astral plane. So, um,
And
recent reports have been popping up throughout Shondell, or in a couple of places across Shondell, but like massively across Diormana. The about 2% of the mages in the country have either gone missing or fallen comatose, and there's no indication as to why that is. Um, every investigation has either cost the city the investigating mage or yielded no information. So, um, a petition from the World Library was made to request aspect attention. Um, the fear is that there's an envoy operating in the area, and if that is the case, there's nothing that Shondell could possibly do to stop him if it's one of 3 envoys. So that is the information that we have for Urumshar, and as it pertains to your purpose there. So your objective is to 1, find out what is happening to the mages. 2, try and reverse it if possible. And 3, confirm whether or not an envoy is actually operating in Urumshar. Zevril. Sorry. You all have been dismissed, and you now know that G is waiting for you in the forge. I take it you go directly to him?
Right here. Here, now, here, take a look.
Yup.
Okay.
Everybody, conga.
The conga.
Dun, 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 dun.
I'm back by the way. My mic was doing something.
Okay, So it is marginally relevant, but where would you like to head, Krin?
Honestly, my character was probably not paying one bit of attention.
Okay.
He was
Good
more.
idea.
He was more messing around with his sword.
Okay. So looking at the chat log. Yeah, the consensus is that the party is going to head towards Urumshara next. And yeah, so that's going to be covered next session. But for the last act of this particular episode, and I understand that we didn't really do like much combat, but there was a lot of story stuff that needed to get covered. We are going to handle the check-in with G, have that particular conversation, and then that will probably be where we end for tonight. But yes, so Zevril, you return to the forge, and you are greeted by G. Master, thank you. You have done me a great service this day. Please, the egg.
Just unhook Matthew, push the dragon arm that he's been like half choking on it back into his mouth and pull the egg out and kind of just hand it to him. I feel like Matthew would be bitching and complaining about this the whole time. Hey, that tasted good. Give it back.
G reaches for the egg very slowly, like he can barely believe that it is that he's holding this in his possession. And then his body, like you can feel the mana pressure intensify as he holds onto the egg, closes his eyes, and begins to focus. You see give me an Arcana check. I'm sorry, I just want to make sure that you have the capacity to fully understand this.
It's a nat 20, baby.
All right, so yeah.
How many times are you gonna do this? Every Arcana check you've had me make, I've rolled a nat 20 for. That's a nat 20, baby. 31 on the die.
Just needed to make sure. You remember that image that you sent me a couple of days ago of the thing that you drew? Like
I got bored? That?
Yeah.
No way.
So G is funneling his magic into the egg. And as he does so, after about 3 or 4 minutes of him, sitting with the egg like this, it begins to glow very faintly, like it's a gray light that this egg begins to emit as the shell begins to crack, and pushing through the shell is not the nose of a dragon. It's significantly more hound-like. But once the muzzle of this creature pokes through, two little wings break out the backside of the shell. And then G takes his palm, like takes the creature and places it like squarely in the palm of his hand, and it's like he's holding a puppy, a puppy with a winged puppy with tendrilled scales or spined scales. Let me try and get the thing. There's an image. There's an image to do. I think it's over here, actually. I'm sorry. Don't be weird. Okay. That's gonna be. No, it's this one. Yeah, there it is. And right, cool. All right. So open up chat, and we grab this.
Oh, if you were trying to post the image, I could have just dropped it in there.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm doing it now. So
my bad. I didn't realize that was what was happening. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're perfectly fine. But G says to you, "My master, I am truly grateful for this opportunity. This is a new breed of Fang, known as, I believe I will call this an Unagir. Yes, Dragon Fang. I do appreciate that.
As his father, you best give him a name."
We shall name him
Beowulf.
Dunedain.
Well, hold on. I'm not gonna lie.
Beowulf is nice.
The really demonic Beowulf that just slid into the chat kind of scratched the fuck out of that dopamine in the back of my brain.
That's fair.
I'm sorry. I know I said that, but Beowulf wins.
Beowulf
I'm
is
just saying,
good.
dog. Beowulf kind of slaps, dog.
Beowulf shall be his. Beowulf. Beowulf. It's very strong. It has power. Yes. The first Dunagir is known as Beowulf.
Beowulf, the first of his kind. Kind of set a precedence.
Yeah.
Beowulf the Untouched.
Yeah, G takes a knee and actively starts crying as he embraces the pup. And Zev, You
Can
know
I do a thing?
Go for it.
I'm gonna lead G and well, how large is the forge? Like, not height wise, but like, actually, yeah. How like
dimension
yeah,
wise?
yes.
It's about two. Well, from here, after rough blocking.
Because I basically want to know if I can do something thematically, just to further help G.
Okay, so it's 60 by 70.
Oh, then yeah. As a legendary action, yeah, Lume, I have those. As a legendary action, I would like to call upon the elders and the pups, and when they all materialize, I will have G stand up because he's currently kneeling. And I will look at all of the elders and youngins that I summoned and say, "Bow to your new prince, Beowulf."
How? So, like the howl that greets Beowulf can be heard for several miles, and it relays and echoes as it reaches the ears of other Gear on Jolzima.
Can you cut it out? We're trying to sleep here.
Hey, buddy, what's your name?
Tony! I
What?
can't resist. I can never resist.
Yeah.
What?
Tony! What's your name?
I can never remember what Buddy responds with, but man.
Ezekiel!
Ezekiel! Hi, Ezekiel! Yeah, Tony! Shut up!
It's one of my favorite shorts in existence.
That's great.
Fuck you, Tony!
Fuck you! Fuck you, Ezekiel! But yes, so, when G rises and lifts Beowulf and symbols him to the pack, he then, brings him down back to his chest, hugs him one last time, walks him to you, and says, "My physical form no longer truly belongs in this world. Will you do me the honor of guiding this pup and showing him the way of the Fang?"
It would be my honor, Gideon.
You honor me this day. Thank you, Zevril. And he reaches his hand for the forearm brace, the brotherly handshake.
Above game, is this kind of what I think it is? Is this a goodbye?
This is I cannot leave this land to travel with you. Keep my son safe and he'll be able to act as my agent wherever you travel.
Then when I embrace his forearm, I will, with my other hand, reach into Matthew and touch the soul vessel, pulling out G's soul and putting it back in his body so he is free to do what he wish. I will relinquish him as my first summon. and I will say, it would be my honor to return to you your freedom. Since you have helped me, I shall help you. But if I call and you are close,
I will always come running.
I hope you answer. And I kind of just squeeze his forearm.
Thank you for this gift, brother. I will continue to lead my
Yeah, you weren't
pack.
expecting me to give him the soul. Oh,
I
did my
was
headphones
not.
die? Hold on. Wait.
I was summoned with the word
Fuck.
freedom.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Zev, you still there?
Fuck.
We
Okay, I'm back. I'm so sorry. My headphones died. I didn't hear anything.
All right, cool. Well, he said, like, when you said if you ever need, if you ever need him, he said he will come running. And you've done me a great service this day. I will see to it that my pack is led with the appropriate respect deserving of the aspects of this world. And that will be the note that we end this evening on.
Freedom! It's funny. I only had that boss monster for 2 sessions.
Yeah.
I'm just happy I was in the background right there while you were doing it, nodding my head.
This will be where we end episode 5 of Aspects and Envoys. I have been your host and game master, SoulSym Mirak, and our party this evening consisted of Zevril,
Freedom and darkness.
Wondox,
Freedom for everybody.
Mojo,
Good night.
Big Rhastra, Lume.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, what's that?
and last but not least, Krin.
Good night.
If you enjoyed tonight's stream, a like is always appreciated, subscriptions are loved, and that bell notification lets you know whenever we do anything here on the channel. Tomorrow is we're doing a Jackbox thing for birthday people. And Monday will be episode 25 of Showdown with a new arena. So be on the lookout for that. But until then, until next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and have a wonderful evening, everyone. Good night.